Do you or someone you know struggle to reach their wellness goals? You may be a good fit then for my habit-based course, The Art of Connection. It can be very challenging to do what is needed, and with the right guidance and support, that challenge can be overcome. So this holiday season, give your loved ones the gift of support and watch their life transform into a state of thrive. If you or someone you know is stuck on their path, I'd love to talk to you. You can schedule a free Next Step Wellness Strategy session to see what the best next step for you will look like. Head on over to the website, www.higherself.yoga, and schedule your free call with me right now. Welcome back to Higher Self Wellness. I'd like to welcome the new listeners to the show, and also a big warm welcome to the returning listeners. Thank you for the reviews, and thank you for reaching out. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't been over, you can go over to the website and sign up for the Start Your Day Right Challenge. That's a video series to help you integrate your body and your mind and set the tone for your day. Completely free. Head on over, check it out. You can also download a couple of free ebooks from the free content page. You can sign up for the newsletter. You can reach out to me right from there. I'd love to hear from you. So, today it is the holiday season, and what I really want to talk about is coming back into rhythm with actions and choices that really support ourselves along our path. And this can be really beneficial for the holiday season, but also just really good to do all year round. So if we think of our lifestyle is the sum of all the actions, of all the behaviors that we do, whether we are conscious of them or unconscious of them. And you can think of each action that you take as being a beat or a pulse in this larger rhythm. And rhythm is around us and everywhere. Rhythm is inside your chest from your softly beating heart that's carrying the vital fluids and the prana throughout your entire body. Rhythm is everywhere. And what this rhythm can really show us is how we can create deeper states of a more coherent rhythm. Like take dancing for an example. You can be in rhythm with your partner, in sync with your partner, and it can be creating a beautiful flowing collaboration of connection, balance, and harmony. Or you can just be trying to make it work by piecing together your fragmented movements and trying not to step on each other's toes. But looking bigger, looking at the larger perspective, which I like to do a lot, really just take a zoomed out perspective. What does it really mean to be alive and living on this living planet? And this is where we can really begin to choose actions that support this. We can choose actions that sync our inner rhythm to the larger outer rhythms of life, so we can create a more coherent and beautiful life experience. This allows us to enter into deeper states of vitality, into deeper states of health and connection. But it comes with understanding how our choices are either supporting us, they are regenerating our body, or they are hindering that. So first, let's identify that we all have this inner pulse. We have this inner rhythm. You can call it a divine intelligence, but it governs all of us. You, me, our shared world. It is behind our gravity. It's the wisdom behind your living and breathing body. And we can really nurture this inner pulse when we choose actions, behaviors, routines that support our body, that support our mind, and that support a connection to our spirit. When we place these routines with intention in specific times of the day, as our ancestors, the ancients from that of Ayurveda, have laid out for us in such an easy to understand way, we can restore balance and connection from our inner pulse to the outer pulse. And these outer rhythms, these are the rhythms of the light and dark, the circadian cycle, or seasonal cycle, the lunar phases. And I like to call these members of the divine orchestra. that are reminding you when to sleep, when to eat, when to play, and take time to rest. So throughout evolution, we were living in harmony with these outer rhythms. Our behaviors, our actions, our entire lifestyle revolved around these outer rhythms. But because we have become so intelligent and we have advanced technology now, we have artificial lighting, we have food grown out of its natural season, and these technological advancements are really bringing us out of sync with these outer rhythms. And this is why we're experiencing, as a society, as a species, high levels of disease, emotional distress, and all sorts of other complications. Right? Our food is not natural, well, at least to some degree, and everything else is out of sync. Technology is reaching for us and grabbing our attention 24/7. We are hyper-connected to every single person that we've ever encountered in our life. And so it's really important to come back to the basics and understand that if we take the time to redesign our routine, redesign our habits, our behaviors, we can move through life with a little more grace and a little more ease. And so this is what I like to call syncing the beats. And when we sync our inner rhythm to the outer rhythm, or at least when we come close to that, right? When we're sleeping well, when we're eating well, we just deeply integrate ourselves into nature because we are nature. And I had a few questions when I began to contemplate the importance of this. And when I began to explore what it means to live a healthier lifestyle. What does it mean to live a lifestyle that supports my physiology, that supports my mind, that supports my spirit? And so these questions, I was like, well, why does an arrhythmic schedule cause stress? How important is sleep? Does really eating out of seasons affect my body and affect my mind? And that's when I came back to this understanding that, well, of course it does, because we are nature. We are born into the beautiful cosmic dance, but it's our lifestyle and it is our behaviors and our choices that continually separate us from nature. So essentially we have this roadmap for balance. We need, as a human, a balance of rest and activity, a balance between eating and digesting. We need a balance between everything. And so when we look to the rhythmic structure that Ayurveda guides us through, we can see a roadmap that helps us bring more balance into our life. It brings more balance into our body by balancing out the elements through different practices and through understanding our own unique mind-body type. Simply put, when we use this roadmap and we begin to honor the rhythmic nature of life, we can choose our routines to ride those waves of the elements as they progress throughout the day. So restoring balance through living in rhythm. What does that mean? What does that look like? How do you even know if you are out of rhythm? Well, one of the easiest ways to tell is by waking up in the morning and asking yourself, how much energy do I have? Do I still feel tired? Do I feel lethargic? Did I oversleep? Right? That's one of the best measuring sticks that you are going to have at your disposal, is just asking yourself a simple question. How do I feel? Could I feel better? Could I have more energy? Could I have a little bit more enthusiasm for life? If you desire to restore this balance in your body and your mind, then it's time to evaluate where you can design your routine, where you can design and shift your behaviors, your habits to support you on your path. And beginning with the simplest action steps. In Ayurveda, they call these little routines dinacharya. It's a daily routine that supports your vitality and wellness. And when you begin to adopt specific routines that help support your body, that help support your mind, you can integrate them into your day and you can start feeling really good. It does help to come back to basics. And I like to start with basics of, okay, well, how are you sleeping? Okay, well, let's start there. Let's start creating a nice evening routine to wind you down in the evening rather than revving up your engine, revving up your nervous system and spiking the chemistry of the body. Let's see how we can wind that down and really tune into the body so we can begin to ground in the evening time, so we set ourselves up for deep, restful sleep. This alone is so transformative, especially in my experience. I was always revving up in the evening time. I was working late, drinking late, participating in substances really late in the evening, and really just revving up my system. And I saw it. I saw it firsthand. I was experiencing with inflammation in my body, pain in my joints, brain fog, digestive symptoms. Like, there was so much going on that was just around me, not honoring my sleep and creating a nice routine for the evening. But if you have your sleep already dialed in, then it might be around eating, and maybe you're eating a really late and really heavy dinner, and maybe that is disrupting your digestive system and causing a little backing up in the colon. Well, that is also going to affect energy. Or maybe it's just not giving time in between meals, not allowing that pulse, that natural rhythm of the digestive system to eat and digest. It comes back to understanding that we can take these little small action steps and understand how rhythm is everything. For each inhale, we need an exhale. For each pulse of the heart, there needs to be a response and the reverberation of the vital fluids and prana that are circulated throughout the body. And when you come back to these basics of just, okay, am I revving up in the evening or am I winding down in the evening? Am I giving time in between meals or am I constantly snacking? These tiniest little things can be so transformative. And it's because with proper rest and recalibration, you can really bring the nervous system back to its state of homeostasis. And you can begin to then respond to life rather than constantly react. But whenever I am assisting, helping, coaching, guiding, and teaching people through these different behaviors and through upgrading their behaviors and changing their routines, even in a yoga class, if I'm teaching yoga asana or meditation, I invite people to get curious, because I really believe that curiosity is a great way to reevaluate where you can refine your actions, your behaviors, and where you're putting your energy. When you begin to refine this, you can notice, what are my regular choices that I make? Are they in sync with nature's rhythms, with my own biological rhythms, or are they out of sync? You can get curious about how you can support yourself, your body, your mind, and where you could upgrade that support a little bit more. So if you are ready to refine your rhythms, here's a few questions to ask yourself. And again, just inviting curiosity about these areas, because it just creates a sense of openness, and it allows us to see it for really what it is, and also to see for what is possible. And so, do I feel natural energy when I wake up in the morning? Getting curious about what is your state of energy when you wake up. Also, where was the food on my plate grown? What would help me charge my internal battery? What would help me relax my mind? And I just want to say, so there's always a spectrum for what we experience, all this stuff, and it's really easy to get to get stuck and stagnant and think that like, oh, I've reached this apex of experience. I'm eating healthy, I'm exercising. And that's great. There's always the next level though. There's always that next edge, that next opportunity for growth, and that next opportunity for refinement. And as we age, and we're doing really good things for our body, right? We're doing really good things for the dense, more gross aspects of our life and of our body and our biology and all of that. And as we age, it seems like the refinement process can become more subtle, and it more so shifts into the refinement of our attention and our consciousness, and where are we pointing our attention? We do this through different practices. But we always start with the basics of, okay, well, how is the body? Is there areas to refine for the body? Could I have more energy? Could I sleep better? Could I eat better? And that's just the beginning. So for me, when I invite in this sense of curiosity, it turns life into this opportunity to explore and refine throughout the entire thing. Because, I mean, for me, that makes it just seem more interesting rather than just like, oh, I got it all figured out and yep, I'm just going to continue doing this for the rest of my life. It's like, no, we are always constantly adapting and evolving to our surrounding situation and to our internal environment as well. And every day is a new day. Every day is shaped by our previous day's experience and behaviors and actions. And when we begin to align those actions to that of a desired state of experience, even if that is the constant state of refinement and evolution, you can take charge and really take the driver's seat and begin to evolve your body, evolve your mind, evolve your consciousness, and begin to create experiences that are aligned with how you want to experience it. So along with curiosity, I like to think long-term and begin to identify where are the strong points? Where are you already synced up with your bodily rhythms and with nature's rhythms? And use those for support. Use those as like your points of anchor. Use those, you can leverage those and really support yourself in other areas of your life and use those to kind of fall back onto. And as we do this, as we evolve those other areas that could really use kind of like the more dense states of refinement, then we can enter in that cosmic dance a little bit more harmoniously. We can then sense the interconnectedness from ourselves to the food that we're eating. We can feel the connection between ourselves and others that we are hanging around and talking to. And most importantly, we can feel that connection to ourselves to a deeper degree because we understand how our actions are supporting ourselves. And when we see this as a collaboration rather than forcing our body to do specific things, we just feel better. If we support our body will support us. And if our body is supported, we can support our mind easier. And when we support our body, our mind, we can access our connection to that more subtle part of ourselves, connection to our spirit, and be guided in ways that draw us through life. So, again, if you are interested in exploring what does it take, like, is it you or is it someone you know that struggles to reach their wellness goals? And if so, then you might be a good fit to work with me one-on-one or maybe in one of the groups, because it can be challenging to do what we need, even if we know we need to do it. And it's with the right guidance and the right support that these challenges, they can really be overcome. And so I invite you this holiday season to think of, okay, what was I going to get the loved ones in my family? And are they really going to value that gift? Or could I help them invest in something that is going to enhance the quality of their life? Or can I give myself something this holiday season that is really going to enhance the quality of my life? Because we all know when we enhance the quality of our own life, when we support ourselves to the degrees that we need, we can then show up and serve others to our highest potential and in alignment with like what we really have to offer them. And so if you or someone you know is stuck on their path, it could be within the department of just nourishment or meditation, self-care, any of these body habits that really help us thrive, then schedule a free Next Step Wellness session with me, and together we can explore what the best next step might look like for you. So if that interests you, and if you're inspired to do so, schedule it right now. There's a link in the show notes, or you can head over to the website, higherself.yoga, and click the link. Sign up for it now. Either way, I hope this inspired you to take action in the smallest way possible, and I hope you continue through your day with grace, with ease, and flow, and continue to explore what it takes to live a life in balance. Thanks for tuning in. Much love to you. Take care.